fourth gear. Gotta watch these hills. When I'm going down the hill, I gotta kind of ride the brakes a little bit to keep that tension on that chain. So that is fourth. We'll see how she does in this hill. Drag the brakes next straight shot and see if we can read it up him down. Like he's starting to get some heat in her. I can see a little bit of smoke coming off the manifold. That's good for her. Gets that slobber on her. I'm going to drag the brakes here on this hill, see what he does. He locked him down, but he picked her up again. I don't know if you can notice or not, but I do have to steer this thing. That's why I'm riding along.
We're starting to burn all the wet stacking goo off of the pipe. Still got that pop in there though. Okay, low idle, that thing is smooth. Give it a little bit of throttle, the intermittent pop comes back. So low idle, that is absolutely smooth. Anything off low idle, we get that pop. When we're under load, no pop at all. I tried cracking the injector fittings one at a time, see if I can make pop go away at idle. That didn't really seem to change anything. Any ideas? Let me know down below. Okay everybody, after action report, and I might as well just let you know right off the bat, you might see in the background that it's a complete mess back here. That's because we're cleaning on the other half and we needed some space for spillover. So we'll try and keep it focused on the tractor for now. That was phase 3 of the engine break-in procedure in the Caterpillar manual. That was 2 hours worth of a moderate load at 3/4 throttle. And I got to admit, a few times Senior, he was dragging brakes on that D2 pretty hard. And I think we were borderline full load several times. That's all right. By then I'd already run it enough. I was feeling pretty good about it. And okay, this thing, the more I ran it, I could tell the stronger it got. It was just pulling more and more and better the whole time we went. The further we drove with it, the more we worked it, the better it pulled. Now for that intermittent pop noise. So I did a comprehensive fuel bleed on this off camera before I even started it up, and I really didn't see any air come out anywhere, but I hit every bleeder in sequence, both on the tower, all 4 on the individual pumps, even cracked lines again. Never got any air out of it that I could see, and the intermittent pop accompanied by a white puff is still there. I keep going back to fuel injector problem, but a lot of ideas were put forth under the last episode, the first run that we did. Maybe check valve timing. A couple people said it probably had too tight of a valve. I'm not completely saying it can't happen, but remember, we've been through every last piece of this entire engine, everything, and I've double and triple checked everything before I put covers on. So I might pop the cover off and just go through them again, check them hot too. Another thing I did over on the other side was, while it was idling, I loosened the fuel fittings one at a time, cut fuel to cylinders one at a time, hoping that I could disable a cylinder and make that pop go away. It didn't really seem to have much of an effect, so that kind of has me scratching my head as well. And it's funny because I can throw this thing down on flat low idle right before shut off, and it's just smooth and even, no pops at all. Give it any amount of throttle at all, that intermittent pop comes back. Unless we're under load, it doesn't pop, doesn't miss, doesn't hesitate. It's just smooth as can be. Take load off, intermittent pop comes back. So one thing we did do is completely get rid of that wet stacking. It cleaned that pipe right up. But just from the small amount of time I had it idling since we worked it, I did notice, so these exhaust manifolds have a little 1/8 inch drilled hole at the bottom of each port for bleeding off moisture. So I decided to maybe try and narrow in on a cylinder by looking at these. The one on 4, there's a little bit there, but that's from runoff. The hole itself is dry. The one in the middle for 2 and 3, again, that's runoff coming down from the top. The hole is dry. But you look at the port leading from cylinder number 1, there's black stuff, wet stacking liquid coming right out of that port. So I guess that's my best evidence to date. We might start looking at cylinder number 1, maybe pull that injector out, pop test it. I might do all 4 while I'm at it. Another thing I never was able to test was the actual output of the 4 barrel pumps. If I have a barrel pump that's not putting as much fuel out as the others, or possibly too much, I'm leaning towards not enough. That could give me a funny pop noise accompanied with a miss. I don't know. That's where we are. Yeah, when we get this thing out under load, it runs great. So any ideas on what to look at next regarding getting that pop out, I'm all ears, because when we test run this engine the first time on the engine stand, that problem wasn't present at all. It was smooth and clean and crisp, and even never popped one time. And then after I took the fuel tank off of it, opened the system to put the fuel pressure gauge on, put it all back together, it's had the pop to it ever since. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Thanks for watching, everybody. Onward.